Hello everyone and welcome inside the Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where it's men's Ohio Athletic Conference basketball action as the Yellow Jackets play host to the Otterbein Cardinals. The Yellow Jackets come in with a 3-5 overall record. They are 2-3 on the home deck here at Ursprung Gymnasium. They are 1-2 in Ohio Athletic Conference play and 1-1 in Ohio Athletic Conference home games. This is the first time that the Yellow Jackets have been home since back-to-back games here at Ursprung on November 29th against John Carroll, an overtime loss, and then on December 2nd, a 67-62 victory over Muskingum, and this will be the last time that the Yellow Jackets are home in the calendar year 2023. They go on the road for the pre-Christmas tournament down in Transylvania in Kentucky, and then we'll resume play after the new year with a tip-off at Mount Union on January 3rd. The Cardinals come in with a 4-3 overall record. They are 2-1 away from home. However, they are 0-2 in Ohio Athletic Conference play and 0-1 in Ohio Athletic Conference road games. They have lost back-to-back games by a 61-58 count at Capitol on December 2nd. And then they lost at home to Heidelberg in the Reg Center down in Westerville, 87-77 on December 9th. They started off the year 3-0 and 4-1 before dropping the back-to-back contests at Capitol and home against Heidelberg. Before we get to the starting lineups, we're going to turn things over to the in-house address announcer for the national anthem. Welcome back into Ursprung Gymnasium, everyone. Matt Florjancic along for the call of today's game between the Cardinals and the Yellow Jackets. And starting it off for the Cardinals, at guard, a 6'4 junior from Westerville, number 0, MJ Davis. At guard, a 6' senior, number 5, Cam Evans. Joining them in the backcourt, a 6' graduate student guard from Bell Fountain, Ohio, number 2, Jack Clement. At guard, a 6' sophomore from Reynoldsburg, number 13, Julian Heckman. And at center, a 6'7 sophomore from Ostrander, number 20, Troy Scoden. The Cardinals are led by head coach Andy Winters in his 5th season. He is assisted by Matt Winters, A.J. Dixon, and Grant Spicer. Starting it off for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets, at guard, a 5'10 freshman from Stowe Monroe Falls High School, number 3, Titus Baskerville IV. Joining him in the backcourt, a 6'3 sophomore from Brunswick, number 4, Braden Hamilton. At forward, a 6'7 freshman from Cuyahoga Falls, number 11, A.J. Postello. At the wing, a 6'3 sophomore from Westlake, number 22, Ray Ellington. And in the middle, a 6'6" senior from Sagamore Hills in Nordonia High School. Number 32, Rob Watson III. The Yellow Jackets are coached by Tom Heil in his 9th year. He is assisted by Brian Schmidt, Tom Harrington, Jamil Cosby, and Will Sicoli. The student assistants are Nate Hart, Athena Savastos, Kevin Wilker, and Eric Wilson. The Otterbein Cardinals will be in red with gold numerals and black trim on the fronts and backs of the jersey, and Otterbein written in gold across the chest of the jersey with the Cardinal logo on the right leg of the shorts and gold trim down the sides of the shorts. The Yellow Jackets in gray with brown and gold stripes down the sides of the jerseys and the shorts. They have white numerals in a brown outline and the BW Yellow Jacket logo on the chest. The Yellow Jackets will go right to left here in this first half. Otterbein left to right, and Postello tips it back to Baskerville. The Yellow Jackets will start with possession of the basketball. Baskerville dribbles off left wing, out front to Postello, now to Hamilton on the right wing. He'll lob it to Postello, who tracks it down in the corner. Postello puts it on the deck twice, kicks it out to Rob Watson III, then gives it to Baskerville. Now to Ellington, back to Baskerville. Baskerville between the circles, into the high post to Rob Watson III. He'll try to drive, go up off glass, too strong. Postello tips the rebound to himself. And a shot clock violation is signaled against the Yellow Jackets, so wave off that layup by Postello as the shot clock had expired before he got the shot lifted. Otterbein will get possession, and it'll be Heckman who will bring it up, dribbling off left side, passing out front to Clement. Clement in the lane, too strong on the layup attempt. The rebound is tipped around and controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Baskerville brings it into the front court, dribbles off left side, feigns the drive, now sends it to Ellington. Left wing three on the way, in and out. No good. Rebound to Evans. Good look for Ellington, and it was halfway down before it popped out. Evans with the basketball, sends a pass right side to Heckman. Now into the high post it goes to Skodin. Back to Heckman for three from the left side, and he knocks it down for the Cardinals. They take a 3-0 lead, 18:41 to go in the half. Evans, the leading scorer in 4 straight games for the Cardinals and 5 overall this season. Ellington looking to answer for the Yellow Jackets. He'll drive baseline, pull up from 10, left it too strong. Rebound controlled by Heckman after a tip from one of the Cardinals. Heckman gives it to Clement. Now it goes out front to Davis, who will reverse it left side. Evans in the corner, into the post it goes to Skodin. Now out to Heckman for three, no good. Ellington swoops in and takes the rebound away for the Yellow Jackets. He'll dribble up the far sideline, off to the right side, looking for Watson. 18-footer on the way, off back iron, and it caught the wire support that connects to the ceiling. It's out of bounds. Rebound to the Cardinals. Heckman will bring it into the front court. Dribble off right side, checked by Braden Hamilton. Looking for a backdoor pass to Skodin, and that's a layup for the Cardinals. Ran a pick for Skodin, and he knew what to do with it with nothing but space in front of him. Postello will bring it up into the front court for the Yellow Jackets and hand off to Hamilton. Hamilton on the dribble drive, cannot shake Clement. And now he gives it off to Postello. Postello spins, fires up a shot off the front of the rim, and rebound pulled down by Evans. Evans pushing the pace the other way. Out to Clement. Clement kicks it out. And that's Heckman once again, back to Clement, and it'll be tipped out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets, so it'll stay with the Cardinals. Plenty of time on the shot clock, just 10 seconds into a 30-second clock. So Otterbein can take their time and establish themselves offensively. Heckman will get the inbound pass from Clement. Get a screen from Skoden, draw a double team. Now passes right side to Clement. Clement looking to drive. Kicks it into the corner. That's Heckman. He'll drive to the lane, scoop up a shot with the left hand, no good. Skoden last to touch the rebound before it goes out of bounds. It'll be possession for the Yellow Jackets. And it'll be Ellington who will inbound, and Baskerville will have to work against full man defense from Evans. Baskerville gets it into the front court, gets a screen, drives, kicks it baseline to Watson. A beautiful pass, but Watson could not get an angle on the backboard, had to go straight up, and he left it too long. Quickly the other way as Otterbein got the rebound. It'll be Evans out top, and he gets it to Skoden underneath the hoop, and that's a layup. Skoden had a lot of space once Rob Watson III tried to hedge a double team on the ball handler, and that left too much space for Otterbein. The other way, Hamilton fires up a three, and it caroms off the backboard right to an Otterbein Cardinal. That's Evans pushing it into the front court. And three in the key. That's a turnover for the Cardinals. It looks like Skoden was the guilty party, and he had some words for the official after that call. Coming into the game for the Yellow Jackets to replace Rob Watson III. Number 24, Jared Logan, seeing his first action on the year. Logan with the ball. Sends a pass right wing to Hamilton. He'll dribble out and give it off to Postello between the circles. Now it gets reversed left side to Baskerville. Baskerville creates his own space. The southpaw fires up a shot. No good. Postello there for the board. And the putback despite having one arm held by Davis on his way up. The Yellow Jackets on the board, but they trail it 7-2 with 4.5 minutes gone in this first half. Clement the other way for three from the left wing, and he got it. That's a good-looking shot. Otterbein getting the Yellow Jackets to overcommit and help defense, and they're getting some clean looks at the basket. That gives them an 8-point lead, 10-2, with 15:11 to go in the half. Baskerville with the ball on the right wing. He fires up a three, and he rattles it in for the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets. Their first make from long distance today, and it couldn't come at a better time as it cuts the deficit to 5. Clement running point between the circles. Gets a screen from Davis, charges into the lane, pulls up from 14, and he got it. Clement has a nice touch on the ball today as he's knocked down back-to-back shots for the Cardinals. Ellington dribbles into a double team but passes off to Postello, who hands off to Hamilton. Hamilton back to Postello, and he goes up off glass, no good. Tips around the rebound a couple times before Clement swoops in and takes away the board. He pushes the pace to the left of the lane, hands off to Heckman. Now to Davis for three from the corner. Off the side of the rim, it's Ellington pulling down the board. Ellington will bring it into the front court. Dribbles off to the right wing, looking for a screen from Logan. Now spin dribble, and he is having all sorts of trouble getting around three different Cardinals before he hoists a shot. And it's well off the mark, but a foul is called, and Ellington will go to the line to shoot two. He's shot the second most free throws on the team this year. 28 attempts, he has 17 makes, good for 60.7%. A.J. Postello has attempted the most with 47 attempts. And Ellington is off the mark with the first. He's looking to split the pair. Coming in for the Yellow Jackets, number 21, Andrew Griffith, a 6'7" freshman from Archbishop Hoban High School in Akron. And also into the game for the Cardinals, number 24, Chase Garrido, a 6'8" freshman from Brecksville Broadview Heights High School. Ellington's second attempt will rattle in, and he will be subbed out. Coming into the game, a 6'2" sophomore guard from Dover and Strasburg High School, number 2, Landon Potopsky. So on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, it'll be Potopsky, Hamilton, Logan, Griffith, and Baskerville. Number 10, Brock Waits, who also checked in for the Cardinals, along with number 3, Jared Krieger. And a basket for the Cardinals. Extends their lead to 8, 14-6, with 13:34 left to go in the half. Hamilton the other way, looking into the corner to Potopsky. He'll kick it out to Griffith, over to Baskerville left side. He'll get a screen from Logan, work over right side before giving it back to Hamilton. Hamilton on the left wing, and Otterbein throwing a lot of heat the Yellow Jackets' way. Turnaround jumper from 14 off the mark. Rebound to Garrido. He'll outlet it to Evans. They're on the floor with Clement, Krieger, and Waits, and it'll be Clement who fires up a deep three and buries it once again. Clement 3 for his last 3 from the field, with 2 threes and a 2 to go along with it. That's a quick 8 points for the Cardinals, who lead it by 11 now, their largest lead of the day. Logan, top of the key 3 on the way, off the side of the rim, rebound to the Cardinals. Hustling after it, that's Brock Waits. Waits dribbles off right side, hands it to Evans on the wing. Evans into the high post, it goes to Garrido. Garrido hands it to Clement, and his shot is off the mark, but it's tipped out by Garrido into the hands of Cam Evans. Evans out front to Clement. Now into the post it goes to Waits. Waits backing down Baskerville, and it's off the mark, but the rebound is out of bounds, and they're going to say, the officials are going to say that it's off for the Cardinals. The Yellow Jackets may have benefited from that one. Evans will take a seat, and coming in for him, a redshirt senior guard from Delaware, number 14, Sean Marks. Logan inbounds it to Baskerville. Baskerville brings it into the front court. Between the circles, sends it into the high post to Logan, back to Baskerville on the left wing. Baskerville out front to Hamilton for a 3, off back iron. But a foul is whistled against the Cardinals. Not on the shot, on the box out. It goes against Sean Marks. That's his first. That's the second on the Cardinals. The Yellow Jackets have yet to commit a foul. They'll have 20 seconds on the shot clock to inbound it, and it'll be Baskerville finding Logan. Back to Baskerville, right side of the floor. Dribbles around the screen from Griffith. Gets to the left now on the dribble drive. Goes up off glass and no good, but a foul is called. And it's against number 3, Jared Krieger. That'll send Titus Baskerville to the line to shoot 2. Baskerville, 15 of 20 on the season from the free throw line. That's good for 75%. And he increases that percentage a little bit as he makes the first of 2. The Southpaw's second attempt is up and is good as well. Yellow Jackets back within single digits. They trail it 17-8 with 11:47 to go in the half. Rob Watson, the third, checks back in, and Jared Logan will check out. Waits with the ball out front to Clement. He'll drive and then kick it into the corner. It gets reversed to Marks. Marks on the dribble drive. Now kicks it out to Clement. Clement on the dribble drive goes all the way to the hoop, and he gets the layup to go. And pushes the advantage back to 11, 19-8 in favor of the Cardinals. Baskerville with the basketball. Over to Potopsky on the left side. He'll drive into the lane before kicking it to Hamilton. He thought about a 3 but didn't have the space. He'll give it off to Griffith, now to Rob Watson the third. Watson tried to go backdoor with a pass, and Potopsky went right. The ball went left, and that's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Hamilton will check out. Ellington will check back in. He'll be on the floor with Watson, Griffith, Potopsky, and Baskerville as the Yellow Jackets throw a bit of a zone at Otterbein, who has Marks, Waits, Garrido, Krieger, and number 12, Brennan Rains, the senior guard out of Middleburg Heights, Ohio. Gets reversed right side to Krieger for 3, off back iron. Rebound pulled in by Brennan Waits, the Middleburg Heights native from just up the road. It'll get kicked out to Marks, and he'll rainbow a 3 into the basket. from the right wing to push the advantage to 22-8. The other way, Griffith with the jumper, and he missed everything. Rebound to the Cardinals. It's Waits pushing it up to the left wing for Raines. It's off the mark. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets. That's Ellington pulling it in. Ellington step back look from the left side. Off the mark with the three. Rebound is out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. Rob Watson, the third, went hustling after it. Tried to save it, but it hit the back of the backboard and carried him out. A.J. Postello is back. He'll replace Andrew Griffith. And the Yellow Jackets looking for a spark offensively. They find themselves down by 14 as we hit the midway point of this first half. Marks with the basketball, dribbles off left wing. It's kicked by the Yellow Jackets. Landon Potopsky. So they'll put 2 more seconds back on the shot clock, reset at the 20, down from the original 30. And the Cardinals will inbound in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. It'll be Brennan Raines triggering the pass into Brock Waits. Now into the high post it goes to Garrido. Put it on the deck once and handed it off, and now the Yellow Jackets diving after a loose ball. That's Rob Watson, the third, and Marks tangling for it. Marks able to signal for a timeout to save the possession. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospital, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game against the Otterbein Cardinals on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the timeout, it's Waits on the drive, and it gets swatted away from the hoop by A.J. Postello. The Yellow Jackets collect the loose ball. Potopsky lost a handle on it, but maintained possession. Gave it off to Postello near the timeline. He'll give it to Rob Watson, the third, who then hands off to Ellington on the left wing. Ellington dribbles back to the middle of the floor, gives it to Postello on the drive, goes up off glass, no good. Watson there to clean up the board. He'll go up off glass, too strong, and rebound to Garrido. He outlets it to Waits. They're joined on the floor by Krieger, Raines, and Marks, who hoists from the right wing, and he knocks it down for the Cardinals. They've opened up a 17-point lead, 25-8, with 8:53 to go in a half. Baskerville gives it to Postello, who then hands off to Potopsky. They're joined on the floor by Watson and Ellington. Backdoor pass from Watson to Ellington, and that's a layup for the Yellow Jackets. They still trail it by 15 as Waits pushes the pace, gets the ball into the front court. Out front to Garrido for three from the top of the key. No good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Ellington, who outlets it from the seat of his pants to Postello, who then swings it left side up the near sideline to Potopsky. He posts up Marks. We had a good, call it 4 inches on, and got the shot lifted, didn't get it to go, but he drew a foul and will shoot 2. Landon Potopsky, 5 of 14 from the free throw line this year, 35.7%, and it's off back iron and in for the Yellow Jackets sophomore. Jared Logan and Braden Hamilton come back for the Yellow Jackets. Evans, Heckman, and Skoden return for the Cardinals. Second attempt off the mark. And the Cardinals will get the rebound. It'll be Evans dribbling off left wing. It gets reversed right side to Heckman, into the post, back to Heckman. He'll step into a long jumper and rattle it in from 19. Cardinals up 27-11 with 7:55 to go in the half. Ellington dribbles off right side, gets a screen from Logan, gets back between the circles, and fires up a 16-footer at 8, got it. The Yellow Jackets could really use a hot stretch here from Ray Ellington. Their leading scorer on the year, 21.9 points per game. The Yellow Jackets need a spark offensively, down by 14. Evans into the high post. It goes to Skoden. He'll hand off to Heckman. Thought about a three. Now into the post, and it's stolen away. Well, almost stolen away by Postello. Jump ball, possession arrow favors the Cardinals. Skoden and Postello got tangled up, and on the rip away by Skoden, almost made contact with the official. Inadvertent, but still could have been very dangerous for that official to catch an elbow. Clement back for the Cardinals as Evans catches the inbound pass and puts it in right underneath the hoop. Davis back as well, so the starting five on the floor for the Cardinals. Ellington the other way from 13, off back iron, no good. Rebound to Evans. Evans will push the pace, lob it to Skoden. It's tipped away by Logan and controlled by Postello, who gives it right back to Logan. Now to Hamilton on the left wing. He'll drive baseline, go up, and no good. Rebound is tipped from a diving Clement to Evans, and Evans brings it into the front court. Into the corner it goes to Davis, back to Evans. He'll hoist the three, and he got it for the Cardinals. They lead it 32-13 with 6:30 to go in the first half. Ellington brings it up. He's joined on the floor by Postello, Hamilton, Logan, and number 12, Nick Timberlake, the 6'3" freshman guard from Stowe Monroe Falls High School, who's seen his first action today. Timberlake for three, off the front of the rim. Logan chases after the board, and he deflects it off of one of the Cardinals. It'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. "20 seconds on the shot clock for the Yellow Jackets, and they'll inbound it. On the corner of the floor, it'll be Hamilton who will inbound. Evans will guard the ball. He gets it into Logan. Now to Timberlake, off right side. Sends it to Logan, looking backdoor for Postello. Great look, but Postello can't finish. He asked the official for a foul, did not get it. Clement the other way, out to Heckman, out front to Evans. Evans, top of the key, sends it left corner to Davis. Davis backs it out to Evans, now to Heckman on the right side of the floor. He'll give it to Clement. Will dribble back between the circles. 10 on the shot clock. He gets a screen from Skoden, drives to the right of the lane, gets it swatted by Ellington, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. The Yellow Jackets will inbound the basketball. Titus Baskerville, the fourth, will be sent to the scorer's table, and he'll relieve Braden Hamilton. And Baskerville will catch the inbound pass, and he'll face full court defense from Cam Evans. Otterbein giving the Yellow Jackets no room to breathe when they have the basketball. They're hedging screens and throwing double teams everywhere, and the Yellow Jackets have yet to figure out a formula that works consistently. Postello catches the pass in the post, kicks it back to Timberlake on the left wing. Now out front to Logan, backdoor to Postello, and he throws down a two-handed jam. Nice look by Jared Logan, and nice finish by Postello. Davis with the basketball, left wing, sends it right to Clement. Now to Heckman on the left side, into the post it goes to Skoden. He'll hand off to Clement. Coming on a drive back to Skoden, and he goes up for the layup and gets it to fall. It's 34-15. Otterbein leads Baldwin Wallace with 4:49 to go in the half. Baskerville hands off to Ellington. He's immediately tied up, but gets the ball away. Kicks it out to Logan. He'll reverse it left side to Postello. Now to Timberlake for three. Off back iron. Rebound pulled in by Heckman. Heckman outlets it to Evans. Right side three on the way. Off back iron. Skoden there for the offensive board. He'll kick it out to Clement. Back to Evans, left side. It'll go to Heckman, and Otterbein will reset with 13 on the shot clock. Heckman dribbles off left side to the left wing now. Looking for Skoden. It's knocked away by the Yellow Jackets and stolen by Jared Logan, but Evans takes it right back away. Evans on the shot, and a shot clock violation is ruled, but possession clearly changed to the Yellow Jackets and back to the Cardinals. The shot clock never reset. And Otterbein has a legit case here, as the officials will get together in conference away from the teams. And the Yellow Jacket in-house PA announcer showing he has a sense of humor as he busts out the Jeopardy theme song while the officials debate the call. Jared Logan clearly had a steal after a deflection, and he dove to outlet it to a teammate. It was then taken away by Cam Evans. Possession clearly in the hands of the Cardinals, but it had changed from the Yellow Jackets as Logan got the steal. The shot clock should have reset on both changes of possession, and now the officials will head to the respective benches to explain it to the coaches. And then one will head to the scorer's table to explain it to the keeper of the book. We will see what the final verdict is here. The Otterbein coach has already been addressed. Andy Winters had his moment with the officials, and now Tom Heil is getting some clarification on the call. And Otterbein will have possession. That's the right call. The officials did the right thing. They took the stoppage in play, conversed over the call, and got it right. That's what you like to see. Heckman, Skoden, Garrido, Clement, and Evans on the floor. So Garrido giving the Cardinals some additional size. Three-point attempt off the mark by Clement. It's pulled in by Ellington, who's on the floor with Baskerville, Logan, Postello, and Timberlake. Ellington sends a pass right side to Baskerville. He'll drive baseline, kick it into the corner to Timberlake for three. Off the front of the rim, rebound to Skoden. He gives it to Evans, and he'll push the pace into the front court. 2-on-3, and he gets it blocked from behind by A.J. Postello. And that's what happens when you got a reach of over 6 feet 7 inches that A.J. Postello does. Braden Hamilton comes in, and he'll relieve Timberlake. And now Miles Reynolds, the 6-foot sophomore from St. Edward High School, sporting number 1, will come in, and he'll relieve Jared Logan. Heckman will inbound for the Cardinals. Does so to Garrido on a backdoor screen, and Garrido gets the layup to go and pushes the advantage to 21 for the Cardinals. Baskerville between the circles sends a pass to Reynolds right wing. He'll key up a three. Got it for the Yellow Jackets. They trail at 36-18 with 3:17 to go in the first half after the Reynolds three. Quickly the other way. Clement all the way to the hoop, left it short. Garrido for the board. Count it. He'll have one more coming from the line as he was fouled in the act of shooting by A.J. Postello. And Garrido will go to the line to shoot an and one. He's 6 of 10 on the season for 60%. Heckman will check out for the Cardinals. Checking in is number 10, Brock Waits. And now for the Yellow Jackets, checking in, it'll be number 32, Rob Watson III. He replaces A.J. Postello, who picks up his first foul. And the first foul on the Yellow Jackets in this half. They played 16 minutes and 50 seconds without committing a foul. The free throw is off the mark. The rebound is to Ray Ellington. He'll one-hand an outlet pass up the far sideline, right side to Baskerville in the lane. He goes up off glass, and it's good for the Yellow Jackets. Clement running point between the circles, dribbles off left side out front to Garrido. He'll send a pass right wing to Evans. Evans looking high post to Skoden. Now back to Evans right wing, back to Skoden in the high post. They're working that two-man post game. He'll get kicked out to Skoden. He'll try to dribble drive before giving it to Garrido from 10 along the baseline. He gets the jumper to fall. Otterbein doubling up Baldwin Wallace 40-20. late in this first half. Quickly the other way. Ellington off the mark with the jumper. Rebound battle for Rob Watson the third, and he gets the putback to go. Clement the other way for the Cardinals to Garrido out top. Now it gets swung and reversed now to Evans right side. Evans on the dribble drive. Draws Watson. Gets it. Swallowed up by the Yellow Jacket defense. And it's out of bounds. Possession given to the Yellow Jackets. The Otterbein faithful around us shouting out red ball, and it sure looked like the Yellow Jackets were the last to touch, but the possession will stay, or will go to the Yellow Jackets, I should say. Number 10, Brock Waits, back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, or rather for the Cardinals, along with 14, Sean Marks, and number 10, or rather number 3, Jared Krieger. Clement the other way for the Cardinals. He goes up off glass and gets the layup to go. That'll give the Cardinals a 20-point advantage. Baskerville sends it to Hamilton and gets it right back. He draws a double team before kicking it back to Hamilton. Now into the post it goes to Jared Logan. Logan trying to back down a defender, spins toward the baseline, gives it to Rob Watson the third. He left the 10-footer short, and the rebound is out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. It's going the way of the Cardinals. Krieger inbounds it to Clement, who's in no hurry. He signals out the play as he walks across the timeline and sends a pass to Waits. Waits just to the right of the center circle, gives it to Clement. Now to Marks. Marks dribbles around a screen, draws a double team, kicks it over to Krieger in the corner before it gets reversed to Garrido. He's off the mark with his post-up attempt. Logan there for the board. He outlets it near sideline to Ellington. Ellington gets a step on the defender, pulls up from 14, and he got the fall-away jumper to go. Clement with the basketball for the Cardinals. He'll walk it across the timeline. Otterbein has to shoot. There's an 11-second differential between the shot and game clocks. They're exercising a lot of patience as the shot clock is now to 10. Garrido gives Clement a screen on the dribble drive now, pulls back out to the top of the key, tries the right side, fall-away jumper is up, and it's off the mark. Rebound to Logan. He outlets it to Hamilton near side. Over to Rob Watson third. He goes up, off glass, and it's good for the Yellow Jackets. Clement gets the ball with one on a shot clock, fires up a three from the right wing, and it's off the side of the rim. No good. That'll bring the first half to a close. The Cardinals take a 16-point advantage into the break. They lead it 42-26. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Tonight's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893, Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider, Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University, Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics, Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event, and Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You are listening to Yellow Jacket men's basketball on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Once again, our score at the break, Otterbein 42, Baldwin Wallace 26. We're going to step aside for the halftime break. When we come back, we'll take a look back at some first half statistics and a preview of the second half of action right here from Ursprung Gymnasium. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Hello, everyone, and welcome back into Ursprung Gymnasium at the Lou Higgins Center on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University, where the Yellow Jackets of Baldwin Wallace are playing host to Otterbein in Ohio Athletic Conference men's basketball action. The Yellow Jackets find themselves at halftime on the wrong end of a 42-26 score, leading the way for Otterbein with 14 points. Jack Clement, who is 6 of 13 from the field, including 2 of 4 from three-point range. He's added 2 rebounds and an assist in 16 minutes of action on the floor. Chase Garrido has added 6, much to the delight of several Otterbein Cardinal fans who made the trek not too far away from Garrido's hometown of Brecksville, where he played for the Brecksville Broadview Heights Bees, and there are quite a few Brecksville Bees in the house tonight to cheer on the hometown kid. Sean Marks added 6 points as well, and so did Troy Scoden, who is perfect 3 of 3 from the field. He's added 2 rebounds and 2 assists against just 1 turnover. And then with 5 points each, Cam Evans and Julian Hickman. Hickman, the leading playmaker, as he has handed out 3 assists so far in today's game. Otterbein as a team shot 18 of 37 from the field, 48.6%. They were 6 of 14 from three-point range, 42.9%, and they missed their only free throw. The Yellow Jackets, 10 of 35 from the field, 28.6%, I should say. 2 of 9 from three-point range, 22.2%, and 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 66.7%. 2 players lead the way for the Yellow Jackets. That's Ray Ellington and Titus Baskerville, the fourth, each with 7 points. AJ Postello and Rob Watson, the third, each have 4 points. Miles Reynolds hit his only shot of the game, a three-pointer from the right wing in just over 30 seconds of action. And then rounding out the scoring for the Yellow Jackets, Landon Potopsky split a pair of free throws. Leading the way for rebounds, Ray Ellington has 6, so he's well on his way to a potential double-double with 7 points and 6 rebounds. He's 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 2 from three-point range, and he split a pair of free throws in just over 17 minutes of action. As a team, Otterbein out-rebounding the Yellow Jackets 25-19, including a 19-14 edge on the defensive side and a 6-5 edge on the offensive boards. Otterbein has committed 4 fouls. The Yellow Jackets just 1, but they are outpassing the Yellow Jackets to the tune of an 11-3 advantage in assists. Turnovers even at 3 apiece. The Yellow Jackets have 2 steals. Otterbein has 1. Points off turnovers, Otterbein leads at 3-2. They also lead points scoring in the paint, 20-12. Second chance opportunities, 7-6. And bench scoring, 12-4. The Yellow Jackets outscoring Otterbein 2-0 on the fast break. BW has yet to lead in the game. Otterbein's biggest lead was at 21 points at the 3:39 mark of the first half. Their biggest scoring run was an 8-point margin at the 9:01 mark. And BW's longest scoring run was a 4-point scoring run in the final seconds of the first half. Once again, BW yet to lead in today's game. Otterbein playing in front for 18 minutes and 47 seconds in that first half of play. The Yellow Jackets will begin the second half with possession. They'll go from left to right here in the second half. Otterbein will go right to left, and it'll be the starting 5 for the Yellow Jackets. Ellington, Baskerville with possession of the basketball, driving to the left of the lane and getting the layup to go. Joined on the floor by Rob Watson III, AJ Postello, and Braden Hamilton. Otterbein counters with their starting 5 as well. Davis, Clement, Evans, who's on a dribble drive, goes up in traffic, drawing a foul. Scoden and Heckman. And AJ Postello picks up the foul. That's just the second on the Yellow Jackets in the game, and both happen to be against Postello. It's the first on the Yellow Jackets in the half. They played nearly 16 full minutes of the half. Actually started the first half nearly 16 minutes straight without committing their first foul. And now Evans goes to the line to shoot 2. He makes the first of 2. He's 33 of 39 now on the season at the charity stripe, better than 84%. and he will complete the pair as he gets the second one to rattle in and put the lead to 16, 44-28 with 19:30 to go in the second half. Baskerville, the fourth, drives left of the baseline. It's tipped away by the Cardinals, but right to Ellington. He gets it back from Hamilton, fires up a three, off back iron. Postello catches the rebound with one hand and draws a foul against the Cardinals as he was trying to post up a defender. Baskerville will inbound the basketball underneath the hoop for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it into the corner to Ellington. Ellington dribbles it out to the left wing. Now gets a screen to get out top. Gives it to Postello, and he'll back it out along the perimeter before giving it to Watson. Watson sends a pass right wing to Baskerville, who drives to the hoop and will draw a foul against the Cardinals. It looked like Baskerville lost the ball, but the official felt that there was some contact that initiated that. That's a foul on Evans. That's his second. That's the second on the Cardinals this half. Baskerville's first attempt is up, and it is good for the Yellow Jackets. Second attempt on the way, and it rattles in for the freshman guard, who's now 4 of 4 at the charity stripe today, and 19 of 24 for the season. Heckman with the ball. He'll drive to the right of the lane, go up in traffic, left to too strong. Watson pulls down the board, has it tipped out of his hands, but Ellington pulls it down. Ellington up the near sideline. Dribbles off right wing, sends it to Baskerville. Now into the post it goes to Rob Watson. He'll kick it out to Baskerville. Thought about a three. Gets a screen from Watson. Now he'll try to drive. Spins to his left, fires it up off glass, and it's good. And a timeout is called by the Cardinals as the Yellow Jackets cut the deficit to 12. And it's a full timeout. So while we have this break, want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospital, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes. And Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotundo at OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Once again, with 18:30 to go here in the second half, the Yellow Jackets find themselves on the wrong end of a 44-32 score as the Cardinals lead it here in Berea. Out of the timeout, it's the Yellow Jackets starting five of Watson, Hamilton, Baskerville, Ellington, and Postello. And Otterbein counters with their starting five as well. Evans, Clement, Heckman, who will bring the ball up, Skoden, and Davis. Heckman sends a pass left wing to Evans. Evans over to Heckman now. He draws a double team on a hedge from a screen. Gives it to Skoden, who sends it to Clement. Clement working around that hedge. Now fires up a 13-footer, and it rattles out. Rebound to Rob Watson III. He'll hand off to Ellington. Ellington into the front court, dribbles off right side. Sends it to Postello. And he puts it on the deck twice with the left hand before giving it to Baskerville. Baskerville dribbles baseline, goes up in traffic, and is off the mark. He is slow to get up. And now a three-pointer from Evans is off front iron. Rebound to Davis. Baskerville laboring to get into the front court, and he commits a foul as he absolutely crushes Cam Evans. That's Baskerville's first foul. That's the second on the Yellow Jackets in the half. Heckman to inbound, does so to Skoden. He passes to Clement. Out front to Davis, now left wing to Evans. Evans into the high post, gets a touch pass right back, thought about a three. Tried to drive, sends it to Heckman on the left wing. 5 on the shot clock, he'll hoist from 17, off the mark, and a rebound is controlled by Rob Watson, the third. And he tried to outlet it to Hamilton, led him too far, and the Yellow Jackets didn't even get a second set of hands on the basketball on that possession as it's thrown right out of bounds. Clement will drive to the left of the lane, go back right. Baskerville with some good defense, forces the pass out to Davis. Davis sends it to Evans, now back to Clement, right side. Clement on the drive, kicks it to Skoden. Reverse layup blocked by Rob Watson and controlled by Braden Hamilton. He outlets it to Baskerville. Baskerville between the circles, gets a screen, gets off to the left side. Sends it to Hamilton into the post. It goes to Postello. He'll square up the much shorter Evans with a 9-inch reach advantage, drawing the foul on Evans. And that's not a bad play by Evans, knowing you got the mismatch. Commit the foul, make the Yellow Jackets inbound underneath their own hoop and get a more favorable matchup. Ellington inbounds it to Postello. Back to Ellington. Ellington thought about a step back three, spins in the lane, goes up with a running jumper, and it rattles in somehow. That'll cut the deficit to 10. Clement with the basketball between the circles, dribbles off right side, hands it now to Evans on the wing. Evans sends it left wing to Heckman into the post. It goes to Skoden. Skoden dribbling to his left, kicks it out front to Heckman for three from the top of the key, off back iron. Skoden reads the path of the ball well, gets the offensive board, gives it back to Clement on the dribble drive. Now he gets it swatted from behind as Hamilton gets the block. The rebound controlled by Watson. He outlets it far sideline to Baskerville. Now left wing, it goes to Postello. He puts it on the deck twice, kicks it into the corner to Hamilton for three, off the side of the rim. Rebound to Evans for the Cardinals. Up the near sideline, Evans goes, unchecked by the Yellow Jackets before he kicks it out to Skoden. Two-man game between Clement and Skoden will earn Skoden, the 6'7" sophomore, a trip to the free throw line. Rob Watson, the third, picks up the foul. That's his first. That's a third on the Yellow Jackets. Skoden has yet to attempt a free throw on the day. But he's 5 of 6 from the free throw line on the season. Make that 6 of 7 as he hits the front end of the two-shot foul. Watson checks out. Jared Logan checks in. And Skoden completes the pair to push the advantage back to 12. Checking in for the Cardinals, number 3, Jared Krieger. Everybody else stays the same. Logan with the basketball, right wing, hands it to Hamilton, gets it right back in the mid-post. Thought about squaring up the hoop for a shot and gives it to Postello instead. He kicks it out to Baskerville. Baskerville from the left wing, dribbles into the lane, throws up a turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound pulled down by Krieger. He outlets it to Clement. Clement into the lane, goes up with a right-handed scoop shot, and he gets it to go. Ellington the other way on the right wing. Step back three on the way, and it is no good. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Skoden, but Skoden committed a foul on Jared Logan. That's Skoden's first. That's the fourth on the Cardinals this half. And Chase Garrido will come in to relieve Skoden. Baskerville will inbound the basketball for the Yellow Jackets. He gets it to Logan. Logan backing down Garrido, spins to his right, and gets the hook shot to fall. That cuts the deficit to 12 as the Yellow Jackets trail the Cardinals 48-36 with 14:30 to go in the half. Clement quickly the other way, dribbles to the baseline. Passes to Krieger, now to Garrido, over to Heckman, back to Clement on the right side of the floor. He bounce passes it into Garrido, and Garrido's off the mark with the shot. May have been altered by the Yellow Jackets. It's picked up by Hamilton, out front to Logan, back to Hamilton, now to Postello. Sends a pass left wing to Baskerville. Baskerville to Postello. He'll hoist a three off back iron rebound to Baskerville. Yellow Jackets will retain into the corner. It goes to Hamilton. He throws up a runner on the baseline after he got bumped, and no call. Cardinals get the ball, and it's Heckman underneath the hoop going up off glass, and good. Heckman just 6 foot. Was going up against A.J. Postello, 6'7", and Ray Ellington, 6'3", and somehow got the shot lifted and in. Back to a 14-point lead. Hamilton thought about a three. Now he'll try to drive. One dribble and then throws a pass to Ellington, who has it tipped out of bounds by Clement, so it'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. 11 on a shot clock. Miles Reynolds comes in for the Yellow Jackets. He'll replace Braden Hamilton. Landon Potopsky comes in, and he'll spell Titus Baskerville the fourth. Number 10, Brock Waits, is into the game for the Cardinals. He'll relieve Heckman. Ellington inbounds to Potopsky. Potopsky with 7 on the shot clock, sends it to Postello left side. Postello on the dribble. Turnaround jumper from 15. Hits the top of the backboard after it hits the rim. It's a turnover for the Yellow Jackets. On the way with the shot attempt, it's Clement, and he gets clobbered in the lane. He's sitting down in the restricted area underneath the hoop trying to collect himself. He took a good pop, and it looks like he's trying to blink out the cobwebs as he rubs the back of his head. Never a good place to get hit above the shoulders. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he's going to stay in to shoot the free throws. Came in shooting 7 of 12 from the free throw line this year. Misses the front end of the two-shot foul. Checking in for the Yellow Jackets, number 23, Leon Levesky. He'll relieve Postello. Clement's second attempt on the way, and it's on the mark. He splits the pair and gives the Cardinals a 15-point advantage. Ellington the other way with the basketball. He sends it back out top to Reynolds. He'll reverse it to Potopsky now. Goes into the corner to Logan. He'll reverse it now to Ellington. Right wing, three on the way, no good. Davis is down underneath the hoop after Otterbein caught the rebound. And Davis is clutching at the back of his head. He might have gotten hit on the way up to get that rebound. He's trying to shake some cobwebs loose too. He'll be attended to immediately by the training staff. We wish him all the best. As number 14, Sean Marks, checks in for Davis. Waits with the basketball. Gives it right side to Clement, who will dribble off left wing. Now it gets reversed over to Waits. Out front to Garrido for three from the top of the key. Got it! And he draws a nice round of applause from the Brecksville-Broadview Heights faithful in attendance to watch the Bees alumni hit from long range and give Otterbein an 18-point advantage. Reynolds with the basketball, sends it right wing to Ellington. Ellington into the corner to Levesky for three. Got it for the Yellow Jackets. A tough shooting day from long range for the Yellow Jackets. Just got a little bit better as Leveski keys up and hits the three. Clement takes the handoff from Garrido. He'll kick it out to Waits and get it right back on the right wing. Now to Marks between the circles. He'll get a screen from Garrido and hoist the three off the front of the rim and rebound to Reynolds. Reynolds into the front court. Dribbles off to the right of the lane. Tries to dump it last minute, and it's deflected into the corner where Landon Potopsky gets the basketball. Potopsky to Reynolds for three from the corner. Got it for the Yellow Jackets. That'll cut the deficit to 12. Otterbein leads at 54-42 with 11:15 to go in the second half. Marks the other way with possession of the basketball. Out front to Waits. Back to Marks on the right wing. Marks on the dribble drive. Dribbles through the lane, gets back in the lane. Before kicking it out, it's Waits hoisting from the top of the key, and it rattles in. Good look and better finish right there for the Cardinals. Just when the Yellow Jackets get a little bit of momentum, Otterbein responds and pushes the lead back up to 15. Logan out front with the basketball, gives it to Ellington. Ellington on the dribble drive, goes up off glass and rolls it over the rim and in. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout by the Yellow Jackets. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospital, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the timeout for the Yellow Jackets, it's Logan, Leveski, Baskerville, Ellington, and Timberlake on the floor. And Otterbein will respond with Waits, Evans, Marks, Krieger, and Garrido. It's Waits who brings it into the front court. He'll pass off to Garrido on the right side, and an illegal screen is whistled against the Cardinals. And it's called against number 5. That's Cam Evans picking up the foul, and that's 4 on Evans. And that is no good, as there's still 10.5 minutes to go in this game, in regulation, I should say. And Evans will take a seat. Julian Heckman will come back in. Reynolds with the basketball for the Yellow Jackets. He dribbles off to the left wing, kicks it out to Leveski. Leveski looking for Logan, and it's out of bounds off of the Yellow Jackets. Possession to the Cardinals off of the turnover. Garrido inbounds it to Waits. Waits dribbles into the front court, hands off to Heckman. Heckman will give it to Krieger, back to Waits. Waits dribbles off left wing. Out front it goes to Garrido, and he'll get it right back to Waits. Now to the right wing to Heckman. Now to Marks. Marks into the high post. It goes to Garrido. Backdoor pass, and it's out of bounds off of the Cardinals. Too hot to handle for Waits. That's a turnover for Otterbein. Brennan Raines will come in, and he'll relieve Brock Waits. Inbound pass goes from Leveski to Reynolds, back to Leveski. He'll bring the ball into the front court, dribble off left wing, hand off to Timberlake. Now it's out front to Logan. Logan hands off to Ellington. Ellington thought about a three. Now steps into a 14-footer and banks it in from just inside the free throw line. That trims the deficit to 11. Otterbein leads at 57-46. Quickly the other way, it's Marks with the basketball off to the right side of the lane. Now to Garrido. He'll give it off to Heckman. Heckman to Marks, into the post it goes to Garrido. Garrido backing up Logan and gets the layup to go. It's never a bad move to get the guy that stands 6'8", the basketball on the low block, and Otterbein cashes in on that opportunity. Reynolds, left wing to Timberlake, over to Logan, now to Reynolds again from the top of the key, over to Timberlake from the left wing for three, and it rattles in for the Yellow Jackets. It's down to a 10-point deficit. Heckman dribbles off right wing, hands off to Raines out front to Marks between the circles, back to Raines, back to Marks now. Marks looking to get it in the lane, he throws it away. Garrido on the pick and pop. Did what he was supposed to do, but the guy with the basketball thought it was a pick and roll. And that's a turnover. The Yellow Jackets quickly the other way, and Ray Ellington gets away with a travel and gets a bank shot to go home. And that cuts the deficit to 8 as BW trails at 59-51 with 8:11 to go here in the second half. It's a full timeout on the floor by the Cardinals. And while we have this opportunity, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Straczynski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. 8:11 to go here in the second half, and BW with points on back-to-back possessions now trail it by 8, 59-51. The lead has been as much as 20 points here in the second half and 21 overall for the game. But the Yellow Jackets calmly chipping away at the Otterbein advantage. Otterbein sends Clement, Krieger, Heckman, Raines, and Skoden onto the floor after the timeout. And the Yellow Jackets counter with Baskerville, Logan, Timberlake, Reynolds, and Ellington. Heckman with the inbound pass, dribbles it off to the left wing. Out front it goes to Clement. Clement gets into the lane. Turnaround 12-footer is off the rim and out. Rebound to Ellington. He's up the far sideline. Crosses over Clement, gets to the lane, goes up off glass, counted. He'll get one more coming from the line as he was fouled by Krieger. Looked like Krieger was just inside the restricted zone. And now Ellington will go to the line to try to complete a three-point play. It's Krieger's second. That's the sixth on the Cardinals. And now Evans comes back for Raines. Evans in the most foul trouble of anyone in the game. He has 4. Now Ellington's free throw attempt is on the way, and it's good. He completes the the three-point play, I should say, and cuts the deficit to 5, 59-54. Heckman running point, dribbles up the near sideline, gets to the top of the key before sending a pass left wing to Evans. Evans sends a pass right side to Clement, who feigns the handoff and now gives it to Heckman. Into the high post it goes to Skoden. He'll square up the hoop and give it off to Krieger. Krieger to Heckman. Now into the post it goes to Skoden. Hook shot, no good. Rebound, batted around and controlled by Baskerville. He'll dribble into the front court off the left side. Now back to the top of the key before sending a pass to Ellington on the right wing. Ellington backs it out, gets a screen from Logan. Sends a pass to Reynolds on the right wing. Into Logan now in the mid post. He'll try to back down Skoden before kicking it out to Baskerville. Baskerville on a dribble drive with 5 on the shot clock. Goes up off glass. No good. Can't cash in the open look as Clement hit the deck. Lost his footing. And Otterbein fortunate to still have a 5-point edge. Clement the other way. Out front it goes to Krieger, left wing to Heckman. Now out front to Evans for three, off the front of the rim, and it's pulled in by Logan. Logan outlets it to Reynolds. Reynolds into the front court for the Yellow Jackets. Sends a pass over to Baskerville on the left wing. Now it goes to Logan, back to Baskerville. Back out front to Logan. Over to Reynolds for three from the right wing. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled in by Evans. Over to Clement on the left wing, into Skoden in the post, and he gets the transition layup to go. That'll push the deficit back up to 7 for the Yellow Jackets as Otterbein leads it 61-54 with 6 minutes to go in the second half. And as Ellington crosses the timeline, there is a timeout on the floor. It is a full timeout. So we'll step aside with them and be right back here on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. While we have this break in the action, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Jasinski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Ratuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Out of the timeout, it's Rob Watson the third, Miles Reynolds, Titus Baskerville the fourth, Nick Timberlake, and Ray Ellington on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. And it's Reynolds who will trigger the inbound pass for BW. He gets it in to Timberlake, back to Reynolds. The Otterbein Cardinals send out Clement, Evans, Skoden, Krieger, and Heckman, so 4/5, so they're starting five. Baskerville with the ball on the right wing, dribbles into the lane, to the left of the lane, now kicks it out to Timberlake, and a foul is called. Fortunate for the Yellow Jackets as Krieger tracked down a loose ball. And it's Krieger who picks up the foul, and that's his third. That's the seventh on the Cardinals, so the Yellow Jackets will be in the bonus for the remainder of the second half. Baskerville will go to the line to shoot two, or rather shoot 1-and-1, and he hits the front end of the two-shot foul. Second attempt on the way, and it's good as well. Baskerville completes the and one. And the Yellow Jackets cut into the deficit. It's back down to 5, 61-56 with 5:36 to go in the second half. Clement the other way at the top of the key, dribbles off right side now, out front to Krieger, left wing to Heckman, now over to Evans in the left corner. Looking for that post up, it's not there, so Otterbein will pass it around the perimeter to Heckman. Now into the high post it goes to Skoden, backdoor to Heckman, and he gets the layup to go. Skoden drew a double team in the post, and that left Heckman wide open on the drive. Baskerville dribbles off right wing, dribbles into the lane now. Into the post it goes to Rob Watson the third, and Rob Watson the third spins to his left, throws up a shot, and draws a foul. It's the 8th foul on the Cardinals. And either way, it was a two-shot, either way, it was a shooting foul for the Yellow Jackets, either an and one or a two-shot, and it is of the two-shot variety. And Watson hits the front end of the two-shot foul. He came in 3 of 5 on the season from the free throw line. He'll put it on the deck twice, now 3 times before he eyes, aims, fires, and it rims out. Rebound to Skoden. And Otterbein will push the ball into the front court. Clement over to Evans on the right wing. Evans on the dribble drive, draws the foul against Ray Ellington. Cam Evans will go to the line to shoot 2. He's 2 of 2 on the day. Make it 3 of 3 as he knocks down that attempt. Second attempt is on the way, and it is good as well. So he pushes the lead out a little bit further to 8, 65-57 over the Yellow Jackets with 4:43 to go. Reynolds on the left wing, out front to Baskerville. Baskerville gets a screen from Rob Watson III, gets to the line, gets to the lane, and gets the layup to go. The Cardinals the other way. It's a scoop pass from Hickman off the dribble drive. Gets it to Skoden, and Skoden gets the layup to go. Baskerville thought about pulling up from 16. Now he passes out to Ellington. Nearing a 3-second call was Rob Watson III, and the Otterbein bench was calling for it. They didn't get the call. Ellington on the dribble drive will draw a foul on the floor, and Ellington resembled a running back on a football team on that dribble drive, as after he picked up his last dribble, just cupped the ball into his arms and embraced for contact. Reynolds will check out. Braden Hamilton will come back in for the Yellow Jackets, and Timberlake will check out and be replaced by Jared Logan. Ellington hits the front end of the and one, or rather the 1-and-1, and he will get a second shot now. He puts it on the deck once and is off the mark with the second attempt. The rebound is pulled in by Krieger. He'll outlet it to Hickman. Hickman across the timeline. Now dribbles off to the right wing. Out front it goes to Clement. Clement sends it to Heckman on the right side into Skoden in the post. He'll try to back down Rob Watson III. Spins to his right. Off the backboard, no good. Second attempt on the way, no good as well. And it's a shot clock violation. The Otterbein faithful behind me are letting the officials have it for the lack of a foul call there, and there was an awful lot of contact that was not called. The Yellow Jackets get possession down by 7. It's Baskerville dribbling off left wing now between the circles, giving it to Jared Logan. Logan will put it on the deck, backdoor pass to Ellington. He swoops around the defender and gets the shot to go. 67-62, Jackets within 5, just under 3 minutes to go. Heckman on the drive, left it too strong, rebound to Jared Logan. He outlets it to Ellington. Ellington off to the right wing, drives all the way to the hoop and rattles in the shot. 67-64, the Yellow Jackets within a possession. Clement with the basketball. Into the front court, he'll dribble off right side. Sends a pass out top to Evans. Evans on the drive. Spins in the lane. It's stolen away by Rob Watson III. He outlets it to Ellington. Ellington gets it up the floor to Baskerville in the lane. Misses the layup. and Otterbein gets the rebound. It was a contested layup. Baskerville did his best to get it lifted, but couldn't get it in. Evans on the drive now along the baseline, kicks it out to Heckman, and he'll back it back out between the circles before giving it to Clement. Clement now standing in the center circle. Otterbein content to burn some time, gets the shot clock to 10. Clement has it poked away, and it's stolen by Jared Logan. Otterbein gets it right back, though, as Krieger picked Logan's pocket. And now Evans brings it into the front court, and Otterbein will call a timeout. No signal yet on a 30 or a full. And Otterbein goes to the bench, so it looks like it's going to be a full. While we have this break with 1:44 to go in regulation, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics. University Hospitals, Drasinski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno and OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Both teams making the most of this timeout. They wait till the second horn to dismiss themselves from the benches. Otterbein will have Clement, Heckman, Evans, Skoden, and Krieger, 4/5 of their starting lineup, with Clement to trigger the inbound pass. The Yellow Jackets answer with Ellington, Watson, Logan, Hamilton, and Baskerville. So a bit bigger look in the lineup for the Yellow Jackets, with 4 young men at or above the 6'3" mark. Heckman with the basketball, 15 on the shot clock. He's content to use it. And swings it into the post to Skoden, working against Rob Watson III. Lowers the shoulder, gets the layup to go, and that'll push the lead back up to 5. Ellington with the inbound pass for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it into the front court now, up the far sideline. Gets a screen from Logan. Step back, looked like he wanted a 3, couldn't get it lifted, so he gives it to Logan. Now he will fire up a step back 3, and he misses everything. And a rebound is picked up by Clement. He gives it to Heckman, now to Evans. Evans back to Heckman. And the Yellow Jackets have to play some pretty aggressive defense to try and force a turnover, or they have to foul. Heckman kicks a pass over to Clement on the right wing. Clement on the dribble drive, draws the foul, and the Yellow Jackets let 21 seconds go off the clock before they commit the foul. And it's now the 6th foul against the Yellow Jackets in the half. So the next one will put Otterbein at the free throw line for either a 1-and-1 if it's on the floor, or a shooting foul. The Yellow Jackets now put Otterbein in the bonus. Yellow Jackets have been in the bonus for quite a while, but they have not made many trips to the free throw line today in this second half. And they find themselves on the wrong end of a 69-64 score with 38.8 seconds left. Taking a look at the team comparison, Otterbein 27 of 61 from the field, 44.3%. BW 24 of 62, 38.7% from three-point range, 8 of 24. Otterbein 40%, Yellow Jackets 5 of 19, 26.3%. Otterbein 7 of 9 from the free throw line. BW 11 of 15, both shooting better than 73%. Both teams in single digits at turnovers too. Otterbein with 9, the Yellow Jackets with 8. Points off turnovers favorably the Yellow Jackets 8-5. Total rebounds favor the Cardinals 39-32. Out of the timeout, it's Watson, Logan, Ellington, Hamilton, and Baskerville on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. It's Krieger, Clement, Heckman, Garrido, and Evans on the floor for the Cardinals. Evans to inbound. And he lobs it into Clement. And Clement will be fouled by Baskerville. So Clement will go to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Clement's front end of the 1-and-1 is up and good. He gets second one. Second attempt on the way, and it rattles in. Yellow Jackets hustling down the floor. It's Baskerville into the lane, goes up off glass, no good. Rebound to Krieger. He outlets it to Evans, and Evans will be fouled by Timberlake. Timeout on the floor. Otterbein with a substitution. Checking in for Troy Scoden was number 23, Reese Huber, a 6'3" sophomore guard from Heath High School. And one more time, I want to remind you that today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game is being brought to you by BSN Sports and Nike, the official apparel and uniform provider for Yellow Jacket Athletics, University Hospitals, Jasinski Sports Medicine Institute, proud official healthcare provider for BW Athletics and its student athletes, and Dan Andrews and Olympic Forest Products, a global recycling company. Today's game is also being brought to you by the Oswald Company, risk and insurance leaders since 1893. Chuck Rotuno at OE Connection LLC, your global automotive technology provider. Medical Mutual of Ohio, the official healthcare provider of Baldwin Wallace University. Barron's Bus Lines, the official charter bus company of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Mike's Bar and Grill in downtown Berea, a great place before or after any Yellow Jacket event. And Antonio's Pizzeria of Middleburg Heights, the official pizza sponsor of Yellow Jacket Athletics. You're enjoying today's Yellow Jacket men's basketball game on BWYellowJackets.com and OAC TV. Thank you to all of our sponsors for their support of Baldwin Wallace Athletics and the student athletes here representing the Yellow Jackets. Logan, Ellington, Hamilton, Timberlake, and Baskerville on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Heckman, Huber, Clement, Evans, and Krieger on the floor for the Cardinals, and it'll be Evans at the line for 1-and-1. On the way, and it's good. Otterbein now in front by 8, 72-64 with 26.6 seconds left to go in regulation. Second attempt on the way, it rattles in as well. It's a 9-point lead for the Cardinals. Baskerville brings the ball into the front court. Looking for Ellington on the right wing. Ellington steps back, gives it to Hamilton for three off back iron. Ellington will trace down the board, fire up a three from the left wing, and lock it down for Baldwin Wallace. Timeout on the floor. It's a 30 by the Yellow Jackets as they cut the deficit to 6. And Otterbein likely will be shooting some free throws over the next 10.8 seconds. The Yellow Jackets send Caden Madigan a 5'11 freshman guard from Wadsworth, Ohio, to the scorer's table. He'll check in, no doubt, offense for defense, and he'll be committing a foul in short order to try to give the Yellow Jackets an opportunity at another possession. After this game, the Yellow Jackets will go back to non-conference action for 2 more games when they travel to Transylvania University in Lexington, Kentucky. They will play in a 2-day tournament down there. They will face East Texas Baptist University on December 21st, and they'll either play in the championship or consolation round of the Don Lane tournament inside the Clive M. Beck Center down in Lexington on December 22nd. Marks will inbound the ball, and he gets it to Clement, but not before Otterbein calls a timeout. Their coach did not like the look of that inbound, and it got to 4, and he said, discretion the better part of valor. I'm going to burn a timeout here and save the possession. Jackets trail it by 6, 73-67, with 10.8 seconds left. Teams even with 1 timeout left each, just about even in fouls. The Yellow Jackets have been called for 8, Otterbein for 9 in this second half. Logan, Madigan, Hamilton, Baskerville, Ellington on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Marks gets the pass in to Evans, and he's fouled by Caden Madigan. They're on the floor with Heckman, Clement, and Garrido. And now we'll have some offense for defense substitutions. Madigan will check out, and Madigan actually needs to stay on the floor. Somebody needs to tell him that, and it's Braden Hamilton trying to convince him, but now the substitution will be allowed, so Timberlake will come back on. Huber and Krieger return for Otterbein. Evans' first attempt on the way, good. That makes it a 7-point lead for the Cardinals. Second attempt on the way, good as well. Ellington to inbound. He does so to Baskerville. Baskerville dribbles it into the front court to the top of the key. Pulls up for a 3 off the side of the backboard, and rebound corralled by Evans, and that will do it. Otterbein goes on the road and gets their first Ohio Athletic Conference victory of the season as they beat the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets 75-67 here at the Ursprung Gymnasium in Berea. Taking a look at the final statistics from team perspective, Otterbein 27 of 61 from the field, 44.3%, 8 of 20 from three-point range, 40%, and 13 of 15 from the free throw line, 86.7%. The Yellow Jackets 25 of 66 from the field, 37.9%, 6 of 22 from three-point range, 27.3%, and 11 of 15 from the free throw line, 73.3%. Otterbein committing 3 more turnovers, 9-6 for the Yellow Jackets. BW outscoring Otterbein off those turnovers, 8-5. Total rebounds went the way of the Cardinals, 41-33 overall, 9-8 on offense, and 32-25 on the defensive boards. Otterbein with 16 assists on their 27 made baskets. BW with 7 assists on their 25 made hoops. BW had 8 blocks. Otterbein did not have a single one. BW also led in steals 5-2. Otterbein committed 13 fouls to 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Otterbein outscored BW 20-15 off of the bench. BW led in second chance points 13-7. Points in the paint were even at 34, and the Yellow Jackets actually led in fast break 4-2. Individual numbers for Otterbein. Jack Clement led the way with 19 points. He also added 5 rebounds. Troy Scoden added 14, while Cam Evans chipped in 13, and Chase Garrido scored 4. Julian Heckman added 9. Sean Marks off the bench had 6. Brock Waits had 3 to round out the scoring for Otterbein. For the Yellow Jackets, Ray Ellington led the way with 26 points and had a double-double as he corralled 10 rebounds as well. Titus Baskerville, the fourth, had 17 points. Miles Reynolds had 6. Rob Watson had 5. A.J. Postello had 4. Nick Timberlake and Leon Levesky each finished with 3. Jared Logan had 2. And Landon Potopsky had 1. Once again, the Yellow Jackets fall to the Otterbein Cardinals 75-67 at home. They will next be in action on December the 21st when they travel to Lexington, Kentucky to play East Texas Baptist University in the Don Lane tournament at the Clive M. Beck Center on the campus of Transylvania University. They'll play in either the championship or the consolation game on December the 22nd. Taking a look at other winter sports teams that have action left on their schedule before the calendar shifts to the new year. The Baldwin Wallace women's basketball team will travel to Miami Gardens, Florida, and play in the Cruisin' Classic at the Fernandez Family Center at St. Thomas University. They'll play Methodist out of North Carolina on December 20th, and then play Rhode Island College on December the 21st. Both of those afternoon tip-offs. The women's basketball team will tip off at 3 p.m. on the 20th and 2 p.m. on the 21st. For everyone here at Baldwin Wallace, want to wish you and yours a very happy holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you in the new year when Baldwin Wallace returns to home action here on January 3rd as the women's basketball team plays host to the Mount Union Purple Raiders. For everyone here at Baldwin Wallace, I'm Matt Florchancic. Thanks for watching today's game, everybody. Have a happy holiday season, and go Jackets.